Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity and Moltrap. This should be the final dual commentary in this set. I believe it's Group B. This is the final match between Stork and Mujuk. Both Protoss players, both pretty solid Protoss players. Mujuk stealing one from Stork early.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of interesting. They ended up playing in the first match against each other, and Mujuk surprised us a lot by kind of taking an early advantage, and right when, at the right perfect moment when Stork was teching up and spending that money on tech, he pushed in with just a couple extra troops and was able to take Stork out. Honestly, I'm predicting the rematch, Stork's going to be taking this one.
I really think if he had just pushed those two Dragoons up on the ramp instead of trying to do that feathered out, basically that kind of feathered out position where he let the Dragoons get right into his, let Mujuk's Zealots get right into his Dragoons. If he had just put one of those Zealots in front to basically block off those Zealots, I think he could have held off that ramp and had plenty of time to bring up some support goons. But instead, with that fan, Zealots on his goons, and that was GG.
That's true, he might have been able to, I'm not sure. By the way, this is Python, the well-known map Python. Interestingly, that they're actually very far across the map from each other. By the way, did you hear? I heard Python is pregnant. Do you know who the father might be?
Everybody loves Python. I'm kind of ambivalent towards it. I don't dislike it, but I don't think it's the kick-ass map of the century.
Must have been sneaking around with somebody. I don't know who. I don't think it's the map, but it is. I think it is really good. There's just so many different things going on in this map because it has little sunken, sort of quote-unquote island expansions. It has expansions that are on raised platforms. There are some small ramps. There are some very wide ramps. It's just a lot of options, I think. Anyways, both players. Go ahead.
It's good for that kind of troop movement that you see, kind of savior style, which is probably why Klazert really enjoys it, with that map artifact in the middle and kind of that circling you have to do. I think this is also, if there's a map in the set, when, I've been talking about the kind of the late game Protoss, Terran imbalance. If Goliaths were going to take down carriers, I think this is the map that they could more easily do it on.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, it depends on what part of the map you're on. There's different terrain all over the place. In any case, by the way, we see both players going for 2 gates, it looks like, so that's kind of interesting. Neither of them are going straight for tech. Usually, Stork will go straight for... Oh, actually, I'm sorry, Mujuk is not going for 2 gates. He is going for some kind of tech, it looks like. Usually, Stork skips the Zealots and goes straight for Dragoon tech, and this time he hasn't. Maybe he's a little bit worried about the last time when he got caught with his pants down without enough troops, and so he's countering that by this time going for a lot of troops quickly instead. And it looks like he's sending his first Zealot. He's not even worried about that probe, which I think is a good move. He's going straight for Mujuk to see if he can harass him.
Yeah, it looks like that probe stuck against that pylon for a second there. That wasn't great.
Do the probe dance! Yeah, Mujuk sees that Zealot is en route, and he's like, oh crap, I need troops, and so he puts in a second gateway. He was probably planning on going for tech instead, but now he realizes that he can't because that Zealot is coming right to his base right now.
Yeah, we'll see how this turns out. It looks like both are deciding for pretty standard builds.
Well, this isn't standard though. Usually for standard you'd see them trying to tech up quickly, wouldn't you? I mean, trying to get the Reavers out. Oh, denied! Stork's Zealot was not able to get up in that base before Mujuk was able to block it off. So that was a good move by Mujuk. Again, we keep being surprised by these quote-unquote new players who have been doing a decent job against these veterans. Anxious to see if Stork tries to press this home and tries to take that ramp, or if he's going to try and switch up and do something else. We see him trying to chase down that scout probe now. And he's getting a side core, so...
Looks like we're going to see another standard kind of mere Protoss match, which really, it always comes down to who has the better micro, I think, in those situations.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, that now Stork is actually, in a sense, a little bit behind because he went for those Zealots first, which ended up not panning out, and Mujuk did get his assimilator a little bit earlier, although it looks like they've got their cybernetics cores at the same time. Stork catches up a little earlier even.
Wow, he's got 5 Zealots out. I was expecting that those 5 Zealots, he's probably going to go for an early expansion, just so having those 5 Zealots so can defend it a little easier, but it'll be interesting to see kind of those 5 Zealots versus the Dragoons that are going to be coming out for Mujuk.
Yeah, here we have Mujuk only has 3 zealots at the moment. Slowly that probe being picked away. Oh! Nope, denied again. The probe gets away. Oh! No, so close! In any case, yeah, you're right. It's probably going to end up being some kind of a longer mirror match at this point, now that they've both kind of got their ramps blocked off. Oh, Dragoons spell the end of the probe.
I gotta give it to Mujuk though, keeping that probe in there just for what, a good 2 minutes now.
Yeah, he realizes the importance of keeping a good scout, and that's, I mean, the class says that all the time, that the good players keep their scouts alive for a long time so they can see what's going on further into the guy's build. And it looks like Mujuk might be moving out. He might just be securing his natural expansion though. Getting a Citadel of Adun, interestingly. So he seems to be going for Templar probably, especially now that he has Stork's probe out of his base, so there's no more scout there.
Yeah, looks like he's opting for Templar and then going for that. Actually, no, looks like he's bringing the forces down. I thought he was going to go for that natural expansion instead. With fewer forces deciding to bring them down. I guess he's going to count on the Dragoons being able to micro with 1 extra Dragoon, but I don't see that happening versus Stork. Stork is very good micromanagement-wise, in my opinion. I wouldn't.
He can be.
Sort of risk like this.
Stork can be. I honestly have seen Stork fail his micro a couple times, but you're right. He can when he's really on it. Oh, the probe might get in. Oh, the Dragoons. Oh, take it down. Poor probe. He's not going to scout that. That was crucial. If Stork had been able to scout what was going on in there, he would have definitely been able to encounter in time. I'm not sure if he's going to have a forge out at this point. He is probably going to have observers though, because I saw his robotics facility warping in. And that's Stork's standard, is to get observers. So I imagine that Stork will be getting his first observers out barely in time as some Dark Templar come up to his base. Mujuk doing a little push in here, but he realizes he doesn't have enough troops. Go ahead.
I think Stork realizes that Mujuk is basically trying to deny the scout, and I think that suggests to him he's actually going for hidden tech, which usually suggests Dark Templar over a robotics facility. It looks like Mujuk is expecting something similar actually from Stork going with that forge, unless he's just going for straight upgrades.
He's probably planning for A, in case Stork is doing the same thing, and B, yeah, see, there was a Dark Templar, but Stork's observatory is halfway up already.
This is going to be interesting. He's going to have that OBS out in time.
I think it'll come out just in time, honestly. Although, the thing is usually he sends his first OBS to the enemy base, and he might not have it directly in his base, so it's going to be interesting. Mujuk sending his Dragoons and maybe to distract.
He's just been kind of positioning outside there and distracting.
Here come the Dark Templar.
Pushing all his
Dark Templar are going past Stork's forces. Stork is moving. Oh, he must use the distortion, yeah. Okay, he saw the distortion, so he's going to bring his observer over. See, perfect timing, just barely. Where's he going with the observer?
He got it.
Damn you, Stork!
Stork did a great job of pinning all his forces around those Dark Templar, though. They didn't have anywhere to go.
That's true. If those Dark Templar had gotten past it, taken out some probes, that would have probably been a lot worse for him. Looks like Mujuk going into macro mode. Yeah. Some of his probes getting a little bit lost. It looks like, oh, he's just putting out another gateway.
I think what's happening here is Stork realizes he has a slight economical advantage. He has the production advantage for the moment, so he's going to push up and try to shove in an attack while he can.
Yeah, he has the extra advantage because he wasn't spending on that tech, just a little bit less on the tech of the Dark Templar. Now that those Dark Templar are neutralized by the Observer, he kind of has the advantage to oh, the Observer goes down. I'm sure he has another one en route. Well, no, actually he doesn't have one en route right now. On the minimap you can see he doesn't. So if he brings out any more Dark Templar, but I think he probably just figured the Dark Templar had not panned out, and I don't think he's producing any more at the moment, so I doubt he'll be able to press home the advantage of not having that observer there.
Looks like Stork now investing with his own forge and own Templar archives. My guess, though, is he's just going to go straight for Storm.